this thing does as well. Okay, and then we have the keys, what we call keys or keyboards or piano or whatever it is. These are 4 different types of instrument. But actually an instrument is not, an orchestra is, a small orchestra is about 40 to 50 different musicians, making music, in different ways. And the larger orchestra has got 80 to 100 different musicians, all doing their instrument. I mean, this is something to watch. It's amazing. If we are watching an instrument, we're getting a bigger vision of how God builds the kingdom. Okay? Because, an orchestra is not an orchestra because we are so clever as human beings. We are just simply putting the people with different gifts together and allowing them to play the instruments. And, somebody who wrote those kind of music and play that. People who were God-fearing. Okay, many of these orchestras, they are playing Bach or Mozart or Beethoven. There are not 2 people who are exactly the same. There is no carbon copy of anyone. So okay, you know very well, on the market, if something is plentiful in supply, then the value is very low. Okay? If there is only few pieces in supply, then the value is going high. But if there is only one piece of a kind, then the value is, going through the roof. And that's what you must understand. Your value is absolutely amazing. Even if other people don't value you, God values you. God has invested greatly in your life. He has given you gifts and talents and abilities which you may not even have recognized as yet. Okay? I speak about my own experience. I grew up and I knew a few things which I knew I was good at. But there were many other things I didn't even know. I only came to learn them, along the way. Some of them I came only to recognize when I was an adult. Yet I was exploring a lot of things when I was a child, but I never came to realize that there are certain gifts and talents that God had given to me until I was grown up. And let me tell you, in your life, you need to do a little bit of mining. Okay? You may not be able to find emeralds because you don't have a piece of land in Zambia where you can dig for emeralds or for gold or for silver or whatever it is. But you have your own real estate. Okay? You have got on your own heart and soul. And that heart and soul, God has filled with riches. So why don't you do some mining and find out what you can be able to accomplish, what you are capable of, what gifts and talents. God, sometimes hard work. Okay, so you are not going to find gold on the street. Have you ever walked down the street? I mean, imagine you walk out of church and then you find the gold bar on the street. How many of you have experienced that? If you find one, please at least give me half. But I can tell you it won't happen. Okay? It won't happen. Unless somebody put it there for you just to find it. Okay, when we were children and we were having these funny celebrations, not the way God wants, the way the world celebrates Easter. There were certain gifts were hidden in certain places for our parents to put them into these places. They wanted us to find them, you understand? And of course, there were obvious places where we were looking, and eventually we found those gifts. Okay? The Easter eggs or whatever other gifts they were putting there. Okay? Now, God puts certain things into your life, and you will not find them without searching, without seeking. Okay? How hard have you been searching? That's the question. So God has laid so many wonderful gifts and talents into us as individuals, but more so into us as a nation. So as I said earlier on, Zambia has been able to rise in 1964 to fulfill a certain purpose. And I believe we have got a great purpose to fulfill.